Hi, it's Kim. Today we're going to talk about my purple heart plant, or the Tradescantia pallida. This is an easy and beautiful houseplant. It blooms so rewarding, but simple and easy to take care of. But let me show you and tell you all about it so you can have one too. Now let me show you mine. I've got it in here in the garden room right now under all my grow lights. This is one of the blooms coming out of the end of the little twin stems here. You can see the cluster that is in this one because there are many blooms that will come out of that one little site, and they just come one right after the other. One lasts for a day and then fades away, and outside they will drop and seed. You can see the little hairy leaves on this one. I think I'm getting a pretty good close-up there for you to see the hairiness. Some parts are more hairy than others, and at different times of the year you can see them better. Now this is a Tradescantia, the same as this Wandering Jew. The Wandering Jew has more green and silvery stripes on it, as you can see with the purple bottom. I have just snipped these off from being outside over the summer and just crammed them into a bowl of water, and they have grown roots like crazy. That is how the Tradescantia is known to behave, and this purple heart does exactly the same thing. I popped a few of these off and put it down into water. This one I was careful and trimmed off all the other leaves. But it has grown, curled. It always wants to grow toward the light, and so it has many arching stems. And at the end of each of those little stem branches, a little flower will pop through. Look at that one. They're really cute. Now once the flower is done, it just kind of dies back, and you probably get, I'd say, roughly 10 out of each branch end. And you can see the purple sheen on the bottom, but the more green on the top. Now these are easily propagated. Each of those stems, where you can see the little change of color there, the little node, you can take a little sharp scissors or knife and just cut that through and stick it down into the soil, or stick it down into some water. You'll have roots within a few days, and that's just how easy these are to grow. Now mine's getting a little leggy. It probably could use more light. I need to put it closer to the window. I'll show you where I keep it a little bit later. But look at the beautiful little flower you are rewarded with. Now mine bloomed some outside on deck, but it has bloomed a lot more since I brought it in. And you can easily see that little collar where you would cut underneath to prompt it to grow more branches if you want a bushier plant. And they are pretty bushier. When I brought this in, it was probably 4 foot long or longer, and I did pop off the edges, threw some away. Sorry, but you can only give away so much of this, and then you just seem to have too much of it because it is a prolific grower. This is where I had it outside, and you can see it as it begun to cascade down the side of the wall. I had it on a tall, I don't know, that's about 5 foot high, and it just cascaded down the side and worked toward the sun. This is the Wandering Jew, the Tradescantia Zabrina. I had it in some red urns outside in the sun. It went wonderfully wild. The leaves of this Tradescantia were on the ground and growing across the deck. It grew so well. But bring yours inside. It just is beautiful when it's glowing, the sun shining through it. This is where I usually keep it, in here in the family room, the TV room. But you can see the morning sun shining and making the leaves kind of glow there. It just looks really wonderful. and just keeps on growing. I'll be cutting these tips. It's kind of all slanted to one side because it grows right toward the sun, and you have to rotate it and it'll grow back towards the big sunlight. So right now I've just rotated it. It's early morning and you can see the sun shining in. But the plant is really, really pretty. Pretty blue color, nice flowers. Since it's such an easy house plant and you can get color and blooming flowers, you can't ask more of a simple house plant. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? It just looks nice. And I may even put this a little closer to the window so it can get a little bit more intense light. I need to figure out a stand to put it over under that window. But I like it next to me so I can sit and admire it when we watch TV. But it's a pretty plant. It's 3 little petaled leaves with the stamens growing out of it and a big cluster of new ones to come. Thank you for watching, and I'll attach a video that I think you might like. But see you next video.